comfortable about talking about it. And even a married woman who is pregnant, when they even ask, "Are you pregnant?" you say that the person answers, "No, I am not pregnant," knowing very well that you will know that she has been busy in the night. She doesn't sleep. That is how come the tummy has protruded like that. So we are all not comfortable talking about it. But this evening, I have come to disabuse our minds. I have come to demystify any misconception surrounding sex and intimacy in marriage. Sex is an act that was created by God. It is God Himself who created sex. And God, in His own creation, created intimacy as well. And it is not bad if you talk about sex in marriage. Sex outside marriage is bad. But marriage is an institution that has been sanctioned by God. And all aspects of marriage is important to God. When you read Genesis chapter 2, verse 24 and 25, it says that, I want to paraphrase, it says that they were naked, but they were not ashamed. They were naked and not ashamed. So it means that God sanctions sex in marriage. I hope we are together. Many a time when we enter the bedroom, the complaint that we have received is that most of the times women say that I am tired, I have had a hectic day, and for that reason, the man cannot have his way through us. And I want to take this opportunity to stress on the importance of sex. Importance of sex. You know, sex has a lot of importance. And among the importance, we have the physical importance, and then we have the psychological importance as well. One of the importance of sex is that sex is a stress reliever. Sex is a stress reliever. Many a time, women are of the view that when they are tired and they want to sleep, and then their men come to them, they come and spoil their sleep, and then they are not able to sleep. Se ukunu eba wonchen na se untumi na dia na eche se wa sorosoro wa jenejene na se oba wonchen na oba no in good faith na wo handle wo pa dia, the sex itself releases stress. So if you cannot sleep, you are stressed out, and you want to have a good sleep, then sex is the answer. Sex is the answer. So if after sex you cannot sleep, then it means that it hasn't been done well. Because I ever suffered that predicament before. Anytime I get intimate or my man gets intimate with me, I will not be able to sleep again. So I suffered what they call insomnia. So anytime he is coming to me, I was like, you are coming to disturb me. Because after everything, I cannot sleep. You will spoil my sleep. Until we found an antidote to our problem. That is where I realized that sex is a stress reliever. And the more stress or more system, no, it's just say, the member no moon to me handle ye, Emma Muhu in Sanemo. Because you will sleep like a baby. And in the morning, no, Yebe pass and sana was sorry. I hope we are together. The next item is sex bonds couples together. There is a bond when we come together, and that bond becomes so great, it becomes so strong. Entina the obi ene neri anye intimate for 6 months. In Ghana, in our laws, no, they can break or they can dissolve the marriage. They can dissolve the marriage if you are not intimate or you've not had intimacy with your partner for 6 good months. You realize that it widens the gap, it widens the bond between you, so you are no longer together. You don't feel that togetherness. So sex bound couples together. Another thing is also that I want to touch on is that sex is problem solving. Eboa ema musiesie ntawantawa bia ekɔ so ɛwɔ aware mu. Anɔpɛ na obi ka my husband ka say if it is not sex in marriage mugidi senka yekunum ko mbɛbɔ akɔnhoma ana. Omo se etwe na anyame de betare ho ma ayen no. Enu nti na ema da bia ye ka bibia na omudi so no. And sex is problem solving. And I have this practical experience to share with you. There was some years back, and I needed money badly. So I realized that my husband had this 50 Ghana cedis note in the seat, hung somewhere, and the money was just a patient's capital seated in the wardrobe. So when I chanced on the money, Mr. Saying, let me give me 50, give me 100, 150, before I realized, then you see, kind of a disciplining in a area without him knowing. So about months later, that he went in to look for the money to do whatever that he wanted to do with the money. When he got there, the money was nowhere to be found, and I told him that I have used the money. And the way this man was so angry with me, only God knows. But I used it to address the issue. At the end of it all those who know me, they know my side, that I am smallish in nature. And my man is very typical guy. But at the end of it all, or the niti asha me motuom, me body kiti we ni niti she me motuom achese. Or she honom to say akrana make no say wa she. Papa penyini pa her baby awoshe. So I use that as an opportunity to address the issue. And then sex builds emotional connection. It builds emotional connection for greater intimacy. And then sex is also a workout. It's a workout, a exercise. One on to me, you have sex, you sweat together, and then you work out. Sex also builds better self-esteem. I say one good sex, now they're then they'll be singing praises and the like. It boosts them. When they go to work, they are able to work and work well. And then sex is a celebration. Until any time you get the opportunity to be intimate with your partner, it's a celebration. So you celebrate it as well. And then sex lowers the divorce rate. Many a time nowadays we hear a whole lot of issues. Our majority of them depend ejina sex enkoye ewo our remuno. Intina ama our bebree egu. Intino, if you avail yourself as couples, if you avail yourself for good sex, it lowers the divorce rate. And then it improves blood circulation, both on the side of men and women. Those with BP issues, after sex, check your BP, and you realize that it has dropped. It has gone normal. So it lowers the blood circulation, and then it builds a deeper level of communication. Then I want to move on to the next item, that is the way to making sex. The way to making sex. And I will leave it to my husband to touch in.
Yes, so thank you, Angel, and we'll continue. But before I continue, let me make a disclaimer that all the things that we are saying here are not solely from experience. Yes, you don't say that, or don't think that everything is from experience. No. It's from variety of sources. Some are experience, some not. I mean, some by intuition, some by divine knowledge. So, a good point to note. The way to making love. Yes. So we are going to look at things or some ways that will help us make a good love. One of them is good communication. You cannot think of making love without communication. I can't see how possible it is. And I will entreat everybody to make sure that you develop good communication with your partner. It is important. It is a priority. In fact, if you call yourself partners, you should be able to talk about any subject. If I tell you the kind of subject conversation I have with my wife, you will laugh. Look, we are developed such a thing that we can talk about anything. You can name them, anything crazy. We are able to talk about it. And I think that is the level of communication I want every couple partners to develop. It is important. Through communication, you will to mend your relationship. There are issues. Yes, there could be issues. And you think if there are issues, sex itself, I mean, you have it, yes, but it's not. So you need to use communication to be able to resolve any outstanding issues. Talk to your partner. Apologize when necessary, especially the men. Men don't like apologies. I don't know why. But I think because we think we are men, we are figures. And if a man apologizes, it means he has succumbed to, the woman's witchery. But if that is not it, for good, for healthy relationship or romantic relationship, it is good that you need to apologize. Look, let me say, if you want to have a way in the woman's world, make sure you pamper her. With sweet words. So within the communication, make sure you give her sweet words, sugar-coated words. You understand? Sugar-coated words. Sometimes women believe in impossibilities. Yeah, they know you cannot do what you are telling them, but when you tell them, it is sweet in their ears. Tell them, my friend, Christian husband, tell the woman, tell her, you send her to the bar. Make her head sweet. And in course of day, send her flirtatious messages, or send him flirtatious messages. If I remember your day, I go crazy with words like that. When are you coming home? This evening I'm going to sack it. These kind of messages while at work, if you send them, whether by text message, whether by WhatsApp, whether by some short calls, they will really spice up your romantic life. So good communication. So make sure that you communicate well with your man, with your wife. If you are not in good talking terms, this is the starting point. Please make sure you talk and talk about anything. Make sure you respect her. You don't shout at her. You see, what women don't like is shouting at them. So in communication, tone is important. How you go about your communication, how you try to communicate with your partner is very, very important. Treat them with dignity, treat them with honor, both partners, whether man or woman. It is important because if you talk anyhow to your man and you are making love, it will be very uninteresting. And sometimes some men will not even want to have anything to do with love making with you when you are not respecting him. I mean, talk anyhow to him. They can put the bar in between their legs and sleep. That one I can assure you. So communication is important. Number two, the way to making a good love, you need to set up very conducive environment. The bedroom environment is conducive. The setting is very important. In fact, your room order, check your room order. Make sure you have air fresheners at least. I mean, the room is well kept. The room is tidy. The air is good air circulation. If you have air conditioning, you can use it or use fan if you want, because I don't think love can take place in the very heated environment, an environment that is full of heat. I don't like it at all. I know a lot of people don't like it, so make sure the environment is very good. The room setting is good. Bed sheet, bed layout, good bed sheet. Depends on the day. I mean, different colors. Some, anytime I see red bed sheet, and I mean, let me say, why red or red one? My colors are not good anyway. Excuse me. And with wine, coffee pillows, there knows something to go on. That one, it talks to me. It's by practice. This one by default, by practice, I know. So bed sheet alone can even talk to me. So your bed sheet should be good, neat. The environment again, good music. This is not a time to play Washa Washe unto the Lord. Oh, how to say, thank you, Lord. You know, that's not the time. This is the time to play jazz music. Jazz music sets the tone. You are not, I mean, there's no words, just the instruments in a very cool voice. Yes. That will give very conducive atmosphere. You can also play cools. Those of you who like cools, old schools. Any song that is not noisy. This is not time to play funky or whatever. But you should know the kind of music that you want to play. Decorate the place with flowers where necessary if you want. You want a touch of flowers, maybe some special days like Valentine, birthday, or any other day that you think you want to set the place up. And this is not for only women. Everybody can set the place up. It's for both men and women. Your wall hangs, check them. Things that at least will keep, some good eye movement. So the environment should be very conducive. That is the summary is that keep your bedroom tidy and attractive. Then we go to body preparation. I mean, we cannot talk about love making without talking about body. Let me say this. This is personal, but I want to share. When we married, we had issues. In fact, we fought, for almost 3 months or so. At least the first 6 months were about fighting, squabble, and in team building. I think that's the normal stage. And all the time, I get angry. But I thought that the woman that I'm older than is trying to online, any other thing that thing will make your body good. Again, shave it. Shaving is important because if you don't shave, sometimes you can have some odor in very important places, armpit, anywhere. And then you can give your genitals any shape. Sometimes some do. There's this cat. There's a football cat. Some. There was a half currency. There's this football cat. What is this one? When I remember, I will tell you. You can shape it any style. The woman can give it a very good shape. The men too can give it a very good shape. You can help yourself in shaving if you want to. Men, please keep your nails short. And men should make sure that your hands are very clean. It is important. If you didn't smell anything, make sure your hands are very clean and not smelling. Yes, it is important. So the body preparation, this is what I will say. about body preparation. Yes, you can say it.
And with the body preparation, the women cold water impacts a lot. This is what my Osofumami taught me some time ago. That if you know that you will match cold water, you can use 2 buckets of water to wash the little lady. You just wash it, the surface, you just and it makes the place tighter and neat and ready for any act, for penetration, for clitoral massage, and what have you. So you know it is not necessary for you to be putting medicine to make the place tighter and the like. We all know that we are not virgins and we can't be virgins. But then we have to keep the place neat as possible so that our daddies can enjoy us. So in preparing towards intimacy, we have to use the cold water a lot so that the place becomes tighter for action.
Again, body preparation, women too. You can use what is called body splash. That's for the body. One of them that I know is the Victoria's Secret. I think they have different colors and different shades. So fragrances you can use body splash. Very important. I mean, normally I use what they call deodorant. Means deodorant. I mean, there's some small spray. Then anytime I use spray in the night, then that one alone talks. There are some accessories I think that you must have them in the bedroom, and I want to mention them. They are good, and then you can use them in spicing up your love making. One of them is oil. I think any very romantic room must have oil. Any romantic room, there should be anointing, some anointing. So you can anoint your partner. If a woman become also mommy, if a man become the reverend, then you can anoint both partners. You anoint her, she anoints you. You can honey is good. Put honey on her breast and suck it. That's a good one. Both man and woman. Chocolate, same thing. Ice cubes. If you put ice cubes into your mouth as a woman and you lick the prick, you will kill him. So ice cubes itself, and feathers. Feather, eh? And now feathers. Feather or feathers. Maybe I'll tell you what you use that one for. Or going forward. Now, another way, this one is mind preparation. You need to prepare your mind in making love. But I want you to understand this. In love making, you should be crazy. You should be crazy. Not only crazy. That's not time for gentility. That's not time to look righteous. That's not time to look old. In fact, bring all your naughty ideas. And don't think that your partner will say, hey, who should you have this thing? My wife is so funny. I tried this. You ask me, where did you get this car from? Who showed you this? You know, and it is not that. I mean, partners to ask. But hey, let's be crazy. Bring all your ideas. You can be innovative. You can even invent your own style. Kumama Mazimbi has invented styles. He calls some Kakwa, some Tukuma. And she has a way of doing her own style. Funny. So, in love making, you must be crazy. So, as I said, understand this. This is not a time to do your spirituality. Or it is not time to show that you are in the spirit. It is not time to blow tongues. Because if you blow tongues, the prick will just go off. I tell you. It will certainly go off. It is time to show your partner you are not. Yes. This is the time. In fact, I like sparking the bottle. Anytime I am in the mood, and you come 20 times, I remember 20 times. Any opportunity at the kitchen, when I see that the children are not looking, I will spank. So it is part of the game. Just try to be naughty. Any little child, anybody's eyes not what the children are not watching, I'll stay my spine. I can do so fast, and sometimes she will laugh and say, "They are bad boys. They are watching." I mean, if a lady posts sexy, any sexy post is important during this time where the two of you are in the bedroom. I mean, any sexy post, or you live in your own, house without, or your apartment without the children, for alone. Post sexy. It is not sinful to crave for your partner in bed. It is important that if you desire to be with your partner, let the partner know. It is not sinful. That is certainly not sinful. So prepare your mind preparation. You don't need to rush in making love. That's my next point. Don't rush ever. Love making is a serious business, and I think you need to spend time on it. You have to spend time. Spend time on the body of the woman or man. Listen to her body or his body's response. If you don't know the woman too well, in fact, even when you are married for 20 years or whatever, you still need to know her. There are certain places you touch, and that gives you some free visa. You are yet to know. So you spend time on the body, and that's why I gave you some accessories. They are those ones that you use to access the woman while lying down, or the man while lying down, and explore the body. It is yours to explore. Satisfy your curiosity. Find out what touch. Tickle her most. What touch makes her respond most? What touch makes her more? It is yours to discover. So don't rush. Take your time. You have to spend like 30 minutes or 15 minutes exploring her body or his body. Kiss a knee, the thigh, the back, the motor. Kiss the neck, back of the neck, the nose, everywhere. Kiss the eye. You might be surprised. There's a woman who says the feelings in the hair. Some of them, where the feelings are, is crazy. If you don't explore the whole body, you know. So please spend time with your man or woman. Now, this is secret for men and women. Now, if you're a man, listen good. Start with a massage, the love making. What a great way to start your love making. So, even where, women can give a lot of excuses. My wife had some songs that she was singing from some decades ago. She say, "Me are you, me are you, me are you." So now, when she even sick, I don't even know. Because I don't believe her any longer when she says, "Me are you." Unless she's gone to hospital with evidence. Without that, I don't believe her. Just because anytime you want to say, "Me are you," and I'm tired, and I'm this. Now, ever since I discovered this, even when she's tired, I'm able to have my way. Sometimes women don't want to be disturbed when they are sleeping. They don't want you to have anything to do with them, but they will say, "Oh, you are disturbing my sleep," and all that. Yes, it is true, especially when you wake up and you don't give her the ultimate. Then, of course, you'll be disturbing her in the sleep. So, this is a great way to have sex with her anytime you want to. Even if she's asleep at 12 a.m., you still want to have your way, you can have your way. Just spend time. For the woman, so this is for the men. So let her lie down. Fine oil, as I said. You can use coconut oil, sweet almond oil, light fire massage oil. There are a lot of them to Google. You can get them, but I can give you coconut. Is a very good one. Just put it at the back, and then use your hand. Slowly, you massage her. Some pressure. If you're feeling the pain, you reduce it. Massage her, the legs, the back, the neck, the hands, the buttocks, massage the back, the entire back. Take your time, slowly. And touch romantically. A touch of sense, a touch of love, and a touch of some craziness. Now, after you are done with the back for, let's say, 10 to 15 minutes, you turn her, and then you do the chest, massage the breast, the navel, the tummy, the thighs, the legs, and then the foot. Make sure you massage the knees, So when you are done, then you can spend some time on the vagina, the top, where the hair is. Just take your time, massage the sides, Take your time, massage it. And you massage it and the size, the shape. Just make sure that you massage the shape. Don't rush. Take your time. By the time you realize, she'll be mourning. And when she starts mourning, now you can zoom into action, and massage the top of the vulva small. That she'll be ready. She'll be the one craving for you. There are two things. Either she will call you to come, then it's ready for. We are ready for action. Now, let's go to the act of making love, the proper act. Ladies, it is important you note this. 20% of women achieve orgasm through penetration, while 91% of men achieve save. So we are saying that when it comes to penetrative sex, where you have penis and vagina intercourse, only 20% of women achieve orgasm. There are some women who have never achieved orgasm in their life before. It is true. Some of them were near the place. Some of them almost got there, but never got there. Some of them have experienced once in a lifetime. But we are saying that only 20% have achieved it in a lifetime. But for 91% of men, they're able to achieve orgasm through, penetrative sex. So for them, the to and fro, men always get orgasm, almost always. But for women, it is not so. So for a woman to get orgasm, the man needs to spend some time with a woman. And one of the easiest and best known ways to give the woman orgasm is clitoral massage.
Yeah.
In fact, when we married, we listened to some program in one of the stations, it's in FM, one of the stations. And the way the man was saying it, I only laugh with my wife. We didn't get the thing well, the concept well. We say, I think we didn't get the concept well. But your concentration should be, as a man, to give the woman orgasm. For the men, whatever we do, we'll get orgasm. Because it is simple and easy. So the moment the woman gives you a check, you will get orgasm. It depends on even the time you want to get orgasm. If you increase your tempo, you'll get orgasm soon. So if you also delay, to give the woman some pleasure, for the man to get orgasm. But to be sure that the woman will get orgasm, you need to give her a clitoral massage. And that's where the oil comes in handy. So as a man, just take your time, after exploring all this, having massages, start with the kisses and all the process, now you should be responsive. Now take your time, lie beside the woman, lift out the legs more, just put the pit at the entrance of the vagina and use your oil with your hand slightly and gently massage the tip of the clitoris with an oil in your hand. Just massage the tip of your hand with some small oil and then just massage the clitoris. It's circulating it. Wow. Gentle. If it is paining her, she will tell you, and then you reduce. It is not for pressure, it is for pleasure. So take your time, do the circulation gently. While you don't penetrate, but as if you are penetrating, just to give her a teaser at the entrance. If you do that massage, you see the woman will be responding and she'll be telling you what to do. Keep doing it. And then at the point in time, you can penetrate more. And while you're giving that penis penetration, then you are massaging the clitoris. You give her a wonderful orgasm. And she'll be shaking like a vibration of wire, like seizures. If you don't take care, she'll be shouting for the whole neighborhood to hear that something is going on. It's a great experience to see a woman achieving orgasm. It is important. And so if your man is not here, please tell him what he should be doing. Same way, the woman too should be able to massage the man, just the same way you massage the back, the legs, the buttocks. You tell him to massage the chest with your oil, the legs, and you can give her some genital massage if you want. And when you give him some genital massage, now he'll be ready to also do the penetration and also massage you where the two of you can calm your orgasm and achieve orgasm. Now, in the act, you can also spice the act with styles. But let me say that the missionary position is a very good one. It's a very good one. In fact, the missionary position is a very good one. I must assure you. So don't be tired with the missionary position, honestly. It's very good. It depends on how you handle the missionary position. In fact, you get the woman's body full. That is glue. I mean, face to face, nose to nose, eye to eye, mouth to mouth. So your mouth can be working, your eyes can be working, and then the hands can be working. You can squeeze the buttocks. That is it. Angel, is that the name buttocks, right? The back. Okay, so that's the body one. So you can squeeze the back while you are deep inside. The two hands can squeeze the back, or one hand can squeeze the back while you're inside. Then you can also be playing with the clitoris. So the missionary position is a good one. I think you have to explore all the options. And you can, when you clip, and when the woman catches your back with that long nails, that's where they come in handy. The long nails, or the nails, you can be scratching the back small. What is a crack? These are a mark of the man. It is important. So, the missionary position is a very good one. But you also have to explore other styles. So you don't have to do the missionary position all the time. There are other styles that you need to do that also can give the woman a pleasure. But let me advise you, sometimes you want to try all the styles, you get fatigued. Now, there's this style where you have the woman at the back. The man is at the back, the woman in front. You lie on the side. So call it the man at the back. Now, I am talking about this time. When at least you have, first of all, help the woman to achieve orgasm. In fact, let me tell you, when the woman achieves orgasm, the man, the rest is yours. Now you can do anything for you to get your own. That's where she cooperates. Any style. She's ready to give you any style. Any style. And she becomes like the shoot of banana. So with this man at the back, you lie sideways, and then you penetrate from behind. And then while your hand will also be massaging the clitoris. That is a very good way also to give the woman pleasure, and the man will also get pleasure. Another style is called stand and deliver. So you can use your bed or a table. You put the woman on the table. The woman will lift one leg onto the shoulder of the man, and then one leg will hang like that. And the man will stand, and to get the view, the front view, the 3D view of the vagina. And then with your oil in your hand, you massage the clitoris while you are also taking slowly your time, doing the 2 and 4, depending on the tempo that you want to achieve. It is also a good way. We call it stand and deliver. Let me say that when we are done, we'll send you the slides that we have for you to go over and then pick some points that you want to move on with. Then the next one is spice the act. I mean, the next position to spice the act and the act of lovemaking is happy baby pose. So with this time, happy baby pose, and how do we do it? How do I describe it? So the woman, you lie at your back, lift up your leg as if you are doing exercise. When you lift up your back, when you lie down at your back on the bed, lift up your legs and use your two hands as if you're holding your legs. Yes, in fact, you sugar the vagina. It pushes up, and the man has control. So the man will have to kneel down, and then lift up your back. Your back comes up because it's like I say, rolling over. It's like you're rolling over your back. When we're kids, you used to roll over like that. You used to roll over like that. So you are rolling your back. But this one, if the woman has not come and the man will try this, you will come easily because this one you are getting everything into. But this one, let me say that if your man is not paying, I mean, don't give him this style. Maybe man will tear the man style because we will deal with that papa. We'll tear the man style. You know, this on the side. Mm-hmm. So the man gets the thing real, and he kneels down, and then now he can move with the woman. I think we want to end here for questions because we have up to 10 to close. So we try to do the presentation within an hour and then pause for members to interact, ask questions and clarifications so that we can provide further and better particulars. Thank you very much. So Auntie, I go over to you.
Thank you, Mr. Sebe. Masresa. Meti 3D na many ajipa. Yeah, Miss Tramo. So I want to open the floor for questions. And please. Yes, Mrs. Sebe. Mrs. Abekasa, can you hear me? Hello.
Hello, Mami.
Otemenka. Hello, Otemenka. I don't think I can be heard. Okay. Coming.
Hello.
Hello, what's up, Menka? Oh. Say makasa nyina na mute. Okay. Now make sure that they say 3D view need the matra to hop that you make no baby.
You.
I want to say God bless you for the share with us. We are learning a lot. So we want to open the floor for any questions so far. Yes, yeah. Any ama be brave. Yes, yeah. The importance of sex in marriage. Mrs. Sebe took us through that. We also learned about preparation for sex, the mind, the physical, the body, and we're taking through the act of sex, and so we want to open the floor for any questions. So they can we encourage you, say let your husbands join. I don't know how many of us were able to get them to join, but at least so that they can hear from our resource persons. And let me pause here and ask any question at all. It could be personal, it could be also a general question, and answer ebia ubisa mo bi nso a. The floor is open. Let's be interactive. So who wants to go first?
Yeah.
Hello, who wants to go first? Any questions so far?
Bring the piece.
Hello, Mrs. Mrs. Questions, no, I'm ready. No, I think say a bit me at waswa.
Na me yɛbɛpɛ me de ka ho kakra ne sɛ women get complacent when people get familiar. They tend to misbehave because to say we've been with our husbands for a very long time or no. We become so complacent, we become too familiar with them. So we don't take certain things so serious. But the sexual act, I want to stress that to say we should do it with all the needed seriousness. Some of the women underestimate the husband. They think that anything goes. As for my man there, is just one good project, one good year, so we don't attach importance to the intimacy. And excuse me, sir, you may also not know the exposure the man might have had. So when the man comes home and then you are boring. Some of the men don't even take the initiative. If you are to make us say, as for my man, I can stay with him for 1 month in a room, and then the man will not make advances at me and the like. It is very dangerous. So sex as a topic in it should be handled with all the needed seriousness. Even if the men are not asking for it, we entreat the women to make the move. We entreat the women to make the move, and then in the act, women are supposed to be active. Most men say a man or what team say timber, and it makes it so boring and the like. And it is a fact to say some of us were from Christian homes, so we don't have access and the like. And that doesn't give you the guarantee to be boring in bed. Now we have exposure. You have the internet. You can read on any materials that you can chance on and the like. And, you have no reason for saying say you married as a virgin, and for that reason you cannot match up to your partner. So you need to study your man very well, know him, know what he wants, so that when it is time for you to deliver, you deliver and you deliver well. It is true that most men don't get satisfied, but you wouldn't know. And if you can't satisfy your man can't just point it out to you that, Angel, you can't satisfy me. How many men can just say it into your face that you cannot satisfy me? But then if you are on the watch out, and then you also become so active and then you engage him, you know what he wants, and then when it is time for you to deliver, you deliver it as well, so that you all become satisfied. A friend of mine said that when you are screaming, you all scream together. It is not only the man who will scream. When the man is screaming, the woman will scream as well. And then we are no be under the baby. Okay, but the man has been.
Yeah, and you cannot do this also. So the fact of the matter is that for women, they are always able to, let me say, satisfy the men. They don't have problem giving you orgasm. For the man, small thing, he can give orgasm. He can get orgasm. A cookie can give him orgasm. Okay. What the men, for me, will make them excited is some extra fanciful, some substances, fantasies around it. So that the morning, it is important. Although you get more, more. Men have egos. They are not working hard. Let them know they are working hard. It is important, So it's not like women cannot, women don't or cannot satisfy them. Yeah, they do. They satisfy them because after all, the man will get over it. But there are other things that will keep the man coming back, thinking, wanting to have more. It will play back the minds of the man. More than asking them. It's the other communions, So, euphoria surrounding it, and then the time the woman spends on him, the way the woman will put him down and all that. So it is not that we pay back for the sex, now he has it all the time. So it is the other touch, and in the morning is very, very important. Now, let me say this, the men too, the men who are listening. In fact, it is men who have problems when it comes to love making. But because they control the marriage, normally they share that responsibility. It is the men who cannot satisfy the woman. That is the fact. And let me say this. As I said, most of the things we have said here are out of experience, learning, what we have heard by teaching and knowledge. If the wife is the men are not delivering, she will go. After all, if she's not satisfied, you haven't done anything. So it is rather the men, and they are the ones who are also not cooperative in the whole caboodle. Yes, they are the ones because they are suffering. But for him, you get orgasm and then sleep. Meanwhile, he's not doing that thing. When he says to the fight, but you see, that is why the Bible says that wisdom is the principal thing. The women must get wisdom and engage their men. When you try to, try to do as if you need to find a solution together, then he will cooperate. But if you make it as if that is his problem, you should find a solution, then he will be throwing his weight about. Sometimes some of them will even be tempted to go and say, okay, if you say I'm not good, I'm going to try it outside and see whether it's good or not. And if you try it outside and somebody fake gives him more faithfully for him, you will think that he's good. You are the one who is not good. That's for the men. And so, for me, married couples should just communicate and understand each other. Because it's a two-way affair. And men should try to understand their woman. And if the woman give any value, they should accept it in good faith. Because it's your woman who will tell you that you need to, up your game. And I think the woman also should say it well. Sometimes you say it and it demoralizes the man. Nadina, what are you doing? What do you think we have done? So is this what you call sex? If you do this, you have killed the man's ego. So you will not even have the audacity, the moral right to be climbing the bed with vigor and vim. So he knows that the woman will embarrass him. So he will sleep in somewhere. And some of them secretly, if it comes too much, he's afraid because he knows that the woman will always target him. So women should also be piles upon the men. Yes, men as they grow may not be able to give you, that kind of energy all the time. But you need to bear with them. If you think that they are becoming weaker, just spice it up. Spend time with him. Tell him, pull the hand. Pull the hand. Take it to places where you think you should go. Assess them. Let them, don't demoralize them. If you do, then they will withdraw. Because I think my husband, you tell him that his performance is poor. What could anyone say? We're sharing with the team. Better than baby. And the men, when you know that you have a problem, you are not doing it well, you know. If you are doing it well, you know too. Well, you get the result. When you get the result, you know that you are the man. The woman will give you all the fans in this world. What you couldn't do, will tell you can do. So we should also be humble enough, to accept our weakness and then find a way around it. And it's all about working together. Some of the women can give you pressure. If you don't take care, you drink all the aphrodisiacs in this world. What they say you are not, so you are moving from one aphrodisiac to another aphrodisiac. One aphrodisiac. But look, for me, if you all understand each other and calm down and take your time in understanding your body, you don't need any aphrodisiac. Because when you're able to ensure that the woman gets orgasm, even if you do it 1 second, she doesn't care. You are still the man. You are still the child. Yes, even if you do it once, even if you put it inside and then you just get orgasm or you just come, she's okay. She doesn't care because she's fine. Everybody is fine. So it is about communication. We need to just talk to each other and then respect ourselves. And when you are saying it, say it in a nice way. That is why when we went to school, we did literature. We need to use euphemism.
Wow.
Almost there. This time you are improving. What is your magic? Oh, you are doing well. Like that. You are improving. You are almost there. This technology, because you know you are not there, you are not getting the 100%. But why you say zero, the other way, what have you done? It will discourage the men. I think the men too, I think we need to work hard, understand the woman. And our objective is to make them achieve the ultimate, what is orgasm. And all the things that we are saying is to make sure that at least the two of you stay happily together. So the ball is your court. I will still wait for your questions. Anything that you want us to throw light on, with the do's and don'ts, whatever that you think that we need to share light on, or because we need to make it more interactive. Sometimes there are some of the things that we couldn't touch on. Maybe the questions will draw attention to, because they're wild and then the broad.